anything you want, girl, it's all on me.
Give you a picket fence, house and silver spoon. Put my astronaut suit on and go get you the moon. Run you a bubble bath, snuggle and make you laugh. Love the dimples in your cheek when you smile and laugh. May I have your autograph? Your diabetes sweet, like a rose with no thorn. Beautiful, unique. How about a shopping spree? Everything for free, in everything you see. Courtesy of me. By the way, the name is D. You know my resume. Oh no, hell no. Look like a good day for me to get to know you and have a chance to show.
All right. We're back again with another episode of Exquisite Conversations podcast, which is owned and sponsored by Miss Nicole M. Jordan. I'll be here in her absence. She's a world-renowned publicist, so life of a publicist can be very, very busy. So I fill in for her as her co-host, but I'm the host of the evening. So we're going to get into a heavy discussion about understanding the film industry. And we have a special guest, man. Some may know him, but for those who don't, you're in for a treat. And, we always like to bring nothing but the best on the Exquisite Conversations podcast. So, with that being said, none other than Mr. Mark Cummings, Sr. Welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, man, for having me tonight.
No doubt. So, before we get into your story, man, I always like to ask the guests, man, who they are. So, who is Mark Cummings, Sr.?
Oh, wow. Mark Cummings is a husband, a father, grandfather, believe it or not, and, a visionary, one that a filmmaker, and, just a positive all-around person. I guess if that's summing it all up.
Okay, great, man. So, early on life, man, how did this individual and this great person that people know now, Mark Cummings Sr., get shaped? Like, how did you get shaped as an individual to really, because when you working in the world of film, you deal with so many different personalities, so many different egos, and for you to still stand on top of business, that says a lot about your characteristics. So, how was you shaped as a kid?
Oh man, I was born and raised in Toledo, Ohio, and then after high school, I joined the Army. I was in Fort Benning for about 3 years, and from there, went back to Toledo, and then I moved here to Columbus, Ohio in 1993. But as a kid, man, parents will raise you right. Siblings that a lot of love in the family, a lot of love in the neighborhood. So that's what shaped me to the man I am today, to be honest with you, not just my military experience and things like that.
So, man, how was that military experience, man? What was that like? And then, with you being in the military, man, did that kind of elevate your mind into writing, script writing, screenwriting, and things of that nature?
No, you know what, man? Believe it or not, the military was just good for discipline. It's great because I met a lot of guys that I'm cool with even to this day, and I've been out of the Army 35 years. And like I say, even to this day, I have a lot of good, strong connections. But, honestly, man, as a child, I enjoyed movies. But, man, honestly, it wasn't until 2007 when I dabbled and took a screenwriting class that I really fell in love with the whole art from that point of view. Because initially, I used to do plays. I used to do 30 pounds ago. I used to do a little modeling and acting and things like that. And did some stage play work. And then I got into writing poetry books, and I wrote a couple novels. And like I said, man, once that I saw that article for that screenwriting class, my whole world just changed. And then I'm like, movies. That's it. Nothing else.
Okay. So you said around about 2006.
Yeah, 2007. Yep.
2007. Okay. So once you kind of took the screenwriting class, man, how did that elevate your mind into becoming this awesome filmmaker that you are now?
Oh wow, I learned the elements of the screenwriting. You know, I learned the craft itself. But storytelling is a whole different thing because, you know, you got a lot of people that can write screenplays, but really don't understand the whole concept of developing a real story. So I think, man, just a lot of quiet time and a lot of research, you know, reading different authors really helped me to understand story. Because again, you know, you can film a movie and have great cinematography, you can have great sound quality, score, and all that. But if the story isn't engaging and doesn't hold people's attention, then you know it's not really worth the time. Are you getting feedback?
A little.
Okay, I don't know what's near you or what, because I'm hearing it too.
Yeah, a little. But it's not bad. It's not bad. So we gonna keep it rolling. We're not gonna let the devil be too busy.
Sound like Charlie Brown teacher in my ear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. Is it okay now?
It's only doing it when I talk. Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
I said that's cool. We can go ahead and roll with it.
All right. So something that really piqued your interest that really intrigued you, man. Can you remember the first time you kind of start writing? And you know, was it just a short film, or was it just a skit, or how was that first time you was writing?
You know, believe it or not, man, most people tend to do shorts before they produce features. I went straight to features. I produced in probably 5 feature films before I even did a short. And the only reason I did a short because of COVID. But the first one I written, like I said, in 2007 was called Best Supported Daddy. And it was a romantic comedy we did. And it was about this author, this struggling author. He ended up convincing this female movie star to want a baby, have a baby by him, and he ended up using the whole thing for his next book right there.
Oh wow! Oh okay. And so,
Yeah.
upon you just jumping out there doing feature films, how
I lost you. You froze.
what was your first casting call like?
Can you say that again, man? You froze. Everything froze on me.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. You were a little frozen and everything. Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, so what was your first casting call like?
Oh man, believe it or not, the first casting call we did that over 2 weekends. Man, we had a whole lot of people to choose from. So yeah, it was great. It was great. You know, I think the hardest part was being a first time filmmaker and first time director and having to turn people away or, you know, try to find roles for people because they've done so well. But that's pretty much how that first casting call went though.
Oh, okay. So once people understood that you were in this film industry, you know, the calls and, you know, would you conduct?
You breaking up, man.
Okay, let me go out and come back in.
Okay.
Let's see here. All right, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, you good. You solid now.
Okay. All right, great. So once people understood that you was a filmmaker, man, and understood that you was in it for the long haul, did you have to conduct any acting classes for people who was inspiring actors and actresses, or how did that go in the city that you was from?
To be honest with you, man, I didn't have to do any acting classes per se, but being a director, and I'm more of an actor director, so you can give me whoever in a role, and I'm going to work with them to make sure I get what I want out of them. But that's not to say everybody can do it, because there's some people you have some issues with. But for the most part, if I know there's an actor I want, where I cast them for a role, then I know I can mold them on set to get what I want from them as a director.
Okay. Now, from your strength of writing, what is your favorite thing to write? Comedy, romance, action, drama. Like what is your favorite thing to write? I know you can write them all, but what is your favorite thing to write?
I don't know, man. I think I would probably have to say probably the drama or the mysteries, because I enjoy the twist. The twist in each movie, I probably enjoy those the most. Like, for example, Premeditated was probably my favorite movie. We produced that 11 years ago, and it's on Tubi now. But and then recently, when 3 became 1, I'm like, okay, now they battling a little bit, because I enjoyed both of those stories.
Okay. As far as you as a filmmaker, what is your ultimate goal, for your brand?
Honestly, man, with technology being the way it is, I just want to be able to build a nice studio here in Columbus and just do my movies here. And I don't need to go to LA, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, all those places. I think that there's enough talented people here, and even in surrounding cities and states, that we can do something great here as well. That's probably my ultimate goal. And then also I have a vision of having an academy called Awalkonwater Filmworks Academy, where I can teach like the next generation, the ins and out of acting and writing and producing and things like that.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up. So tell us about your entertainment company, Awalkonwater. Tell us how it got started, and why did you choose to name it that name? It stands out.
Yeah. So we started again in about 2007 as well. Once I started writing those scripts, started writing the first script, I knew that this was something I really wanted to do. And so, I produced it, of course. I came up with everything with my wife. And I chose Awalkonwater Entertainment because, if you can walk on water, anything's possible, And so I think you got to have the faith to do what we're doing, and especially to do it 15 years now with the budget of our pocket, and thank God I got some wonderful people around me that believe in our vision and always want to be a part of what we're doing. So that's been the blessing of it all. It's just the faith to go out and do it. And then, it happened. I mean, honestly, God blessed me. Every movie we started, we finished. And that's a big accomplishment for a lot of independent filmmakers, especially when you're doing everything out of your own pocket. And my other executive producer, Ms. Denise E. Scott, she's another one that's really helped me a lot in these ventures as well. So.
Okay. So it's interesting you say that, man. I see you reference God, so salute to you for that. Because we definitely are in some trying times in society right now. So definitely got to put God first. So with that being said, I'm into a lot of faith-based films, like The Overcomer, like The War Room, like Facing Giants. You know what I mean? So when it comes to faith-based films, and you are a filmmaker, what do you think about faith-based films? Do you think it needs to be more? Is that a lane that you would want to go down?
I enjoy some of them as well. My wife, she loves them. She watches them all the time. But I usually write kind of what comes to my spirit. People will say to me sometimes, well, why don't you, I have a friend of mine, he's a pastor. Hey man, why don't you write, these movies, or why don't you do a church movie, or, and honestly, I just write what comes to my spirit. And if that came to my spirit and it was a story that really marinated and it developed and it come forth, then, I would do it. But right now, I just kind of write what comes to me. That's why you see so many genres out of me: comedy, romantic comedy, murder mystery, drama. because the seed is planted, the seed is watered, and then the result will come forth.
All right. So we're live with the Exquisite Conversations podcast. We'll take a quick commercial break, and you'll be right back with none other than the Honorable Mark Cummings Sr. Stay tuned for more important messages.
Yo, what up? This is Big Cappuccino and the Great Wu-Tang Clan, Killer Bees on the Swarm.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Bizarre from D12.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh.
Hey, Redman is in the building. You already know.
Hey guys, this is Emily Peachy.
Shout out, man, to Worldwide Collaborations, man.
I want to shout out Worldwide Collaborations LLC.
Shout out to the Worldwide Collaborations LLC.
World Movement, beyond thousands of movements.
The world movement, beyond thousands of movements.
All about representing each other together. So check this out.
What's up? You want to be a part of this? You want to be a part of the Worldwide Collaboration?
You guys should all be a part of Worldwide Collaboration.
Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Check us out, man, and check what's going on, man. Word up. I have recently been choosing.
All right. We're back. So we're back again, in the building with Mark Cummings Sr., filmmaker, film producer, executive producer of films, public figure, with a awesome brand. He has several movies that you can check out. So with that being said, you right within your spirit. So when it comes to understanding the film industry, a lot of people want to get into it, but a lot of people don't really understand it. So what can you tell somebody that's inspiring to get into the film industry? How did you come to understand it, and how long did it take for you to really understand it? Because I know that you learn daily anyway. So
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's I'll tell them it's hard, honestly, especially as an independent filmmaker when you don't have anyone that's greenlighting your projects and getting your equipment and everything else, you having your team in place. It's hard because it can be lonely when you are an executive producer, and we're what I call weekend warriors, meaning we shoot all of our movies in the summer on the weekends because we all work full-time jobs, right? So sometimes people tend to think that what they see on set on the weekends is what it is. They don't see the other 5 days, where I'm doing call sheets and location contracts and all those other things that need to be done throughout the week. So honestly, I know grown people right now to this day that I've helped to produce films, and they said it's probably one of the hardest things they did because one, you got to be disciplined. Two, you got to be persistent because there are going to be some no's coming your way, and you have to be able to adapt things. For a perfect example, when we were shooting our movie Holy Hustle, we had permission to use a restaurant, right? Next thing I know, we go to a restaurant, 3:00, nobody's there. So instead of me saying, okay, people just gonna have to go ahead and pack it up, come back another day. No, we improvised, I rewrote some things, and we shot the scene outside in the parking lot instead. So it's tough, but as long as you're willing to do the research, and you're willing to put in the time, and you're willing to put in work, anything is possible.
Okay. Well, with that being said, man, when it comes to you, cause do you still do all your own castings, or do you have a casting director that you work with?
Nah, I have a team. Most of the people on my team will come together, and it's not just me sitting there doing a casting call. It's other executive producers and some other people on our crew, and we do it together. Now, I may make the ultimate final decision, but I make sure they all have some input on the choices available to us.
So what makes inspiring actor or actress want to work with that casting director again? In your opinion, since you've been around the film industry, what are the key things that make an actress or actor want to come back and work with that casting director again?
I think the biggest thing, the reason I know most people want to work with us is because we're professional, but we have fun. We're about our business, but we also make sure it's more of a family atmosphere as well. And then, like I said, we take care of our business. You know, I try to value people's time because, for one, being independent in the state I'm in right now, we're not paying people. So we're making sure that we don't take advantage of their time and that we also feed them well. So I think it's the family atmosphere and the professional atmosphere and also the fun we have on the set is why people always want to come back and work with us.
Okay. So what do you think would get you over the hump to be able to do this full time?
The right eyes on our projects and able to, give me the finance and whatever we need to make sure that we can do them, in a higher quality and also be able to do it full time. I also know that even though I've been doing it for 14 years, I knew it wouldn't be overnight. It was going to take some time, and we going to have to keep doing it. I knew that it would take a few films before we have distribution. So again, that's what I mean by perseverance. It's not only that, it's my passion. So even if I don't get it, even if 15 more years from now I'm still doing it this way, I'll still have more movies out there. I know that much.
Right. And a lot of times when is your passion, when you don't expect it, when you least expect it, that's when greatness happens. And so, with that being said, man, I just tell you to keep going. So, with all the list of films that you have, man, what is it like coming up with the storyline, the storyboard? You know what I mean? How epic of a mindset does a writer have to come up with that storyline, that storyboard that just reels people in? Because I can imagine when you're out in the public eye, people want to stop and talk to you all the time, correct?
Well, I mean, for those people that know what I do, it's again, it's Columbus. It's a big city, and it's not a whole lot of people that may have watched Tubi or go to Amazon. It's up to me to make sure I'm promoting and marketing. But it's quite a bit of people here that know me. People tell me that a lot of people here in Columbus probably know me more than they do from my hometown. But back to the writing part of it all. Everybody's process is different. So, I like to, once the idea hit me, sometimes a title hit me before anything else. Sometimes a concept hit me. So whatever hits me, I make sure I write it down. And then I like to outline. I like to outline with a 3-act paradigm that I write with my screenwriter chief gave me. So I use that as my outline. And then once I got a solid outline done, then I start writing. I don't write until I got an outline done.
Okay. Thank you for that, Jonathan Coleman. We appreciate you tapping in. That's my guy right there, Jonathan, man.
Yeah.
Great
Good,
dude to make it, man. If he can do something to help you, he will, man. So
he's helping me now.
I'm definitely grateful for. Yeah, you're right. I'm grateful for helping him, for me and him helping each other, and just us forming this brotherhood, man. It's like it's great. It's great, and so he's definitely a hard working guy, man. Hard working dude, man.
Short time.
His grind don't stop, man. So I can like when I seen you, I was like, man. And then he said, yeah, I got somebody there to come on the platform, man. And he called your name. I was like, yes. You know what I mean? But like I said, I had seen you on Lil Terry show, man, and then I was just intrigued, about your dialogue. So I'm glad you made it on, man. So when you working with a producer and associate producer, and then when you working with a music supervisor, what is the process of you working with all of them? Because you know, you still have to wear a lot of hats when you're working with all those different sectors of people when it comes to the film industry.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, as the executive producer, I am the producer. For example, I'll give you a good example. Oftentimes we give titles to people on the crew, and it's just title because, for example, a first AD would be the one, first assistant director would be the one that take your script, break your script down, break it down into the days and shoot days and things like that. They would do the call sheets. But because I know my story, I do all that. I do all that myself. So again, I'm doing a director, a first AD, an actor, a producer. I'm wearing all those hats. However, I do like to give those that are professionals the opportunity to do what they do. For example, my guy Rob Biggie Morrison, he's in Chicago. He was the composer for When 3D Come One, the Buyout.
Hold up, man. Hold back up. My man Rob from Chi-Town, Family Business. Yeah. I've interviewed him on my other platforms. So you know, shout out to Rob. Yeah, Rob a good dude. You know, yeah, Rob got some history, man. I'm talking about from being in the studio with like people like Charlie Wilson and R. Kelly and you know, just to name a few, man. To Selena Johnson, and man, like a lot of people, and you know, people got to understand that he's a monster on that guitar too, a monster.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So
and he composed the Family Business. He was the composer on the Family Business. So yeah, so he scored 3 of our movies, man. And so I appreciate that because all the other ones I pretty much kind of did myself, but I wanted that professional touch on these movies, and then also a guy by the name of Cullen Brooks I just worked with. You know, he did our sound cleanup and mix and everything for us on this movie. So I understand what my limitations are, and I don't try to do everything. I just make sure I got a good knowledge of everything.
Right. So are you a music guy as well?
Oh, no.
No, you're not. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because a good score, man, and a person that's a great music supervisor, man, they are so needed. Needed. So needed, man. So if you working with Rob, boy, you working with one of the best in the business. So that is what's up. So when it comes to you working with the youth, how is that process for you? Do you do any youth workshops or anything like that?
You know what? Not yet. That's something that I'm working towards. And again, I think once I can free myself up from a 9 to 5, it gives me more an opportunity to do those things. And my goal is to have a nonprofit portion of this company to do that as well, so that we can, you know, acquire some grants and things like that as well. Because again, you know, you want to be able to pay people to donate their time and everything, especially when they pour into our youth. So I want to make sure that they're really being, you know, compensated for that.
Okay. Now with you having many films under your belt now, what are some of the filmmakers that inspired you, or some of the filmmakers that you studied?
You know what? Honestly, man, that's crazy because people ask me all the time, like, what director do you study? And I just like good movies. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, I'm inspired by, you know, people like Tyler Perry as far as his hustle. You know, you're inspired by, you know, Spike Lee and all the usual suspects. But I just enjoy good stories, man. That's all it boils down to.
Okay. Well, I understand, because whether it's a story of your past or whether it's a story of what you see somebody else going through, a good story is a good story.
Yeah, good movie. I enjoy good movies, man. Period.
Right. So what intrigues you to write from a different level, a different perspective than most people would be like, oh man, how did he come up with that? That's from a different perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's so I tripped myself out too with a couple of twists I had in certain movies and stuff. And like I said, man, I don't know. It's like I sit, I get quiet. You know, I just It's kind of hard to explain, man, because it's different. Each movie is different. I just know that, for example, okay, I'll say this. Sometimes people say, and I can attest to this. Sometimes your characters speak to you. So as you begin to develop characters, and you're developing a script where you're going a certain route in the script, then certain things when you know that when you get to know a character and you want him to go left, but his characteristic and characterization might want him to go right. Sometimes you got to listen to that and go away from what my thought is as a writer and allow this character to just do what he do. So sometimes that's how certain twists happen that I didn't think about, or or I developed certain characters one way and people was expecting him to go an entirely different way. So it's kind of hard to explain because it's almost kind of spiritual for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's even deeper than people understand. Then
Not religious, kind of spiritual.
I understand. Spiritual. I understand. That's even deeper than some people may understand because writing from a mental standpoint, emotional standpoint, and a spiritual standpoint, and an intellectual standpoint, and you trying to combine all of them in one. That takes a lot of discipline. That takes a lot of, closing yourself off from a lot of people, so you can stay focused. And so, man, how much do you have to?
I sit in my sauna a lot and just sit quietly. Don't watch TV. Don't listen to music or anything, and then just let things come with certain stories and things like that.
So you're a mad genius. Okay, I understand. I understand, bro. I understand, man. I understand. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's good, man. Because in that quiet space, and when people like, man, what's wrong with you? You be like, nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm good. And a lot of times people don't understand the quiet space. Mm-hmm. The quiet space is when a person is the most creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, when it comes to that creativity, that's an unlimited process. You know what I mean?
You think about it. Me, like right now, I'm with you. I'm talking to you, but I got the TV on. So the TV is on, and then we constantly on our phone. Before you logged on, I'm on social media. So many other things and so many other voices you're constantly hearing, and that if you don't get quiet, you're not going to get what you need to get out of things. So I need that quiet.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Good evening, Big C, tapping in from Greenville, South Carolina, Southern Soul artist. Appreciate you tapping in with us, man. Appreciate you tapping in with us. And when it comes to a target market audience, how do one develop that target market audience as far as from a filmmaker standpoint of view? Because even when in all specs of entertainment, then that brand should understand, the levels of their demographics. And so with that being said, man, is that something that you and your team talk about all the time?
Nah, you know what? Honestly, I really don't. I think the genre of the movie sometimes dictates the audience. But for the most part, all of my movies probably had the same audience pretty much. That's why I had to bring, connect with somebody like Jonathan, because I'm more of a creative. Even though I'm a businessman, I'm more of a creative. But I don't claim to be a great marketer. I don't claim to be, for example, some people are great pitch men. They can go to a film festival and they can pitch their ideas flawlessly. That's not me. So I need people like a Jonathan in my life to help me take our movies and our products and our brand, as you say, to the next level. So as far as targeting audiences, again, I think sometimes the genre dictates, who we market to.
Okay. So, are you entering film festivals? Because you got tons of movies, so I'm pretty sure you got movies that haven't been serviced yet when it comes to the festivals and stuff like that.
Now, all of them won awards at the film festivals.
So
we had a big one, some big ones here in the Cleveland area, like the Indie Gathering International Film Fest is a big one, and we've been blessed to win awards for almost every movie there. And another big one that I enjoy is the Charlotte Black Film Festival. So there's quite a few of those festivals that we've been a part of. The Detroit Trinity International Film Festival. So we have a lot of award-winning films.
Okay. So I'm glad to hear that. Miss Jordan, Mr. Cummings says hello. Yes. So, with you winning all those awards at film festivals, is there one movie that peaked out that won more awards than any other movie?
Yeah. I would probably say Premeditated.
Okay.
Premeditated. Yeah, that's the one that's currently on Tubi that we shot back in 2013, and that one's probably won the most. I would say that when 3 Become 1, the one that's currently out on Amazon, that one probably won the next amount.
Okay. Now,
although Holy Hustle did well too.
Okay, so now with those movies, those are just feature films, the movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So another question I want to ask you is, can you see any of your movies turning into TV series, like season 1 through 6 or something like that? You know what I mean?
You know what, man? I wrote a book years ago. I used to write under a pen name. Xavier Benoit used to be my pen name, right? And I wrote a book called To Play or Not to Play. That's probably about 2005, maybe. And that one's been kind of rolling around in my spirit a little bit. Now, I'm almost tempted to do something with that one as a feature. As a series, because it's a fairly long book, and you had to cut out too much to make it a film, so I don't want to do that. But I'm actually really thinking about adapting that into a series.
I heard Curtis 50 Cent Jackson say, he said, he loved movies, but he said the series can help the filmmaker find more of a budget. You know what I mean? Because people can invest over longevity. Because if you got 6-7 seasons in the series, you talking about something that's going on for 6.5, 7 years. So the investor that want to invest in the film, is more likely to really understand what type of budget you need and understand how they can get a return on their investment over a period of time. So is that something that you agree with as well?
You got to agree with anything the man say. He's doing his thing. But I also feel like that there's investors out there that will invest in the filmmaker himself based on his track record, and then based on knowing that his future, what they believe he can do in the future, as far as filmmakers and not just series. So I think it's a good avenue for either one of them. To be honest with you.
Right. So what do you think about the avenue of stage plays?
I've done stage play. I acted in them. I never written one or anything. Again, I got good friends who do stage plays, like Darlene Carson, a lady here. She do plays. That's not my lane. I already know what my lane is.
Okay. Yeah, because I know I see a lot of people that do stage plays. They travel all around the country. They constantly gone, man. They constantly gone, and then I think the thing about the stage plays, it gives the singers, a sense of urgency to understand how to enter the film business. You know what I'm saying? Like I was looking at Joe Lula from the Rude Boys and Dave Tolliver from Men at Large, man. I'm like, man, listen, man. Them dudes be in so many stage plays. I was like, they stay booked and busy, man. We talking about 20. They've been in business for 25 years, and they constantly booked and busy. And so I like you said, if you can get in that lane, that's good. But some people know their own lane. You
I
know
mean,
what
don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it as an actor, being in plays. But as far as producing and creating, that's not my thing.
Okay. That's understandable. And so when it comes to the new world of technology, artificial intelligence, how does artificial intelligence merge good with the film industry, in your opinion? Or is it bad for the film industry?
You know what? I'm hearing that it's bad when it comes to the writers and when it comes to actors. I'm hearing that it's bad, but to be honest with you, I haven't even messed with it yet. So
Okay.
I haven't even touched it.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure it's the reason why. Yeah, I mean, everything ain't for everybody. So, you know, I mean,
Yeah. Hey, I'm still trying to perfect. I'm still trying to perfect what I know now.
Right. And so, do you have any other writers that pitch their scripts to you as well?
I had a couple. You know, I had a bad experience with somebody on one of the movies. So really, it's one of the things I really kind of frown upon it now because it left such.
You kind of stay away from it. Okay.
Yeah, it left such a bad taste in my mouth that it's like not just me, but even like my team. Even they were like really turned off by the whole process and how it crashed and burned at the end. It was a successful movie, but from a business standpoint, it just didn't do anything for any of us.
Okay. So we can, with your movies, we can see the available soundtracks on all streaming platforms.
Yeah, the movies. For example, Premeditated, Holy Hustle, Family Affair. They all are on Tubi. And then our latest one, When Three Become One, that's on Amazon Prime. And then, of course, the others are just on YouTube.
Yeah, but man,
those
you
can go to our channel, Awalkonwater Ent.com, and then you can see all of them there as well to take you to the links to those sites.
Yeah, but what I was asking is because I know you did scores for all your movies, so even put those soundtracks on like Spotify, iTunes.
No, we didn't do soundtracks. No, we didn't do the soundtrack. Because although we did the score, we didn't really do like too much original music. We did like emotional scores.
Okay, got it.
I mean, Holy Hustle. Honestly, Holy Hustle has my partner Derek Purnell. He did a soundtrack for it, but there were some technical issues we had with it, with that in the movie, so it never really materialized where we can put it out. But yeah, that's and he's with First Family Entertainment, so he had a couple artists that were all over that soundtrack and all over that movie. But like I said, it was a technical issue that just kind of threw everything off, so we never really released that soundtrack.
Okay. But those soundtracks and once you start giving artists with original music placements and stuff like that really put you in a different light as well when it comes to people that not only looking at you as a filmmaker, but looking at you as a guy that gives music placements as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my cousin, he's Tony Mathis. He's our attorney as well too, and he had always told me that I need to look into sync licenses and licensing movie songs for the next film with local artists and everything to give them a chance to feature themselves and also put out an original soundtrack. So that's something else to think about as well.
Oh yeah, man. So we're gonna take another quick commercial break, and we'll be right back momentarily with none other than Mr. Mark Cummings Sr. Stay tuned.
I'm tired of lying, and it's getting plain to see. I done tried hard to deny, but this woman changing me. Might go to the clubs, but I leave kinda early, and I don't drink and drive, but chug and jive, so my woman ain't gotta worry. wait to kiss me. So I might be invited tonight.
You ain't gotta look for me.
I might be invited tonight. Yeah.
All right, we're back again. That was my man Too Smooth out of New Haven, Mississippi, man.
My brother say gonna be in by 10 tonight.
That's what he say, man. That's what he say, man. That young fella on his way, man. That young fella about 26, 27 years old. He on his way, man. He went from being a rapper to using his gifts that come from the church to really.
Yo. Yo.
All right.
Here you are, man. I thought you ghosted me.
No, I ain't ghost you. Man. You know, sometimes when you online, and sometimes you get a phone call, it kind of knocks you off a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
So that's what happened. Yeah, man. So as far as what you have going on now, man, before we close out, man, what are your up and coming projects, and what can we look forward to for the rest of 2024 and for the new coming year in 25?
All right, so for the rest of this year, man, my goal was just to market and promote When Three Become One. That was my first time acting again over 10 years, so I was a little nervous about that one. And then playing a bad role or a bad character, that was something altogether new for me as well. So just really kind of promoting and marketing that movie. And then in probably about a year from now, late 2025, early 26, we plan on doing a Christmas movie that we wrote some years back. It's called Will You Marry My Wife? And it's a comedy, kind of like a Christmas Vacation, Black version Christmas Vacation type genre. Okay. But it's called Will You Marry My Wife? And so that's probably what we're doing next. And then from in between, then I hope to have another concept come together and I can start working on another script.
Okay, cool, man. So if there any inspiring actors and actors that want to travel from afar to really, cast with you, man, are you accepting new actors and actresses, from out of state or no? Yeah,
I mean, for example, in Premeditated, we had a young lady by the name of Sayonara. She lived in Atlanta. So what we did is she came down for the weekend. We filmed all of her scenes that weekend, and then we were done with her. So I'm always open to actors and actresses from out of state. And matter of fact, the guy that played the sheriff is my cousin that I never even met, and he was living in Atlanta as well. He flew in back and forth every weekend just to be a part of that movie. So I'm always open.
Okay. So before we close, man, tell everybody where they can reach you at, where they can find you at, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm old school, so I'm still on Facebook. Mark A. Cummings Sr. on Facebook, and then also I do have an IG account, and I believe it's Mark A. Cummings Sr. as well. So we, always announce our casting calls on Facebook and also IG and any other platforms. I try to let everybody know when we're doing it. And if anybody's interested, they can also email me at mark.cummings@awalkonwaterent.com.
All right, you heard it first, man. We're here, Exquisite Conversations podcast, with none other than Mark Cummings Sr., filmmaker, executive producer, public figure, all that good stuff, man. All that good stuff and a bag of tips too on the side, man. So Shout out to you at home for tapping in with us, and those who gonna catch the replay. Shout out to you as well. And man, I just want to say, man, stay encouraged, stay blessed, and most of all, stay away from COVID. We out of here.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you having me. Be blessed.
Yes, sir. Peace.